Welcome to Papo's Pumpkin Patch in southern Iowa. Well, we are going to do kind of a special video here today. Kind of people have requested for like an encompassing video of what it's like at the patch when the patch is open. And we've been trying to film this video the last couple of weekends, but we kind of failed at it. So we're going to piecemeal some stuff together to kind of showcase what we're going to be doing, or what it's like to run a pumpkin patch. So we got some exciting stuff going on this morning. The gals are actually making our float for the Pancake Day parade. Pancake Day is a big deal for Centerville. They have the world record for the most pancakes served in a certain amount of period or something like that. It's like 14,500-ish pancakes or something along those lines. Pretty darn cool, but there's a parade that goes around. So this will be our second year entering the parade, which is this actually, if you didn't know, our second year in business. So everything that you guys will see in the videos today is all within the last 2 years. This is our second season with Papo's Pumpkin Patch. Bought this ground May 2023 and built the building and started the pumpkin patch from scratch for that. So last year we actually won Appanoose County Business of the Year, which is really pretty darn cool. That's voted on by the people and then the Chamber of Commerce or something along those lines. But we're having a lot of fun with the business. It's a great time. The community seems to really enjoy it. We'll be kind of just taking you through what it's like here at the patch throughout the day, plus the special stuff like the parade today, and then last weekend we did Papo's After Dark and a couple other things. So enjoy the video. Let's get to work and maybe give you a quick tour of the place. It's not going to be quick though. There's a lot of stuff to see.
You're stuck with me for the opening of the patch. First thing we usually do is put up the bounce houses. That way any dew that's collected on them overnight can really dry off before kiddos get here to bounce. So it is just now 9 o'clock. We're actually here a little later than we normally get here. Normally we're here about 8 o'clock in the morning, but today we went and had breakfast, so kind of took us a slow Sunday morning. Bounce house number 1 done. We've been struggling with bounce houses this year. This kind of flat one here, it's just like a big round. I call it the bounce pad rather than the bounce house. There's a local like bouncy house rental place, and they gave that to us because it had a hole in it and they didn't really have room for it in their inventory. So they kindly just gifted it to us. It was gifted to them, and came and patched it up for us, and it seems to be working just fine. And then the other day there were probably just too many kids in it, honestly, and the edges of it kind of like folded back in. So we kind of have to keep an eye on that now and make sure that it's staying full and staying stiff. There is one more hole I think that we need to get patched on there. We gotta kind of like readjust the fans on that one. And I gotta go turn the fans on the big guy. So this big bounce house over here, we had that last year. We got it off of Facebook Marketplace. It's a good bounce house. I don't know that we stored it quite well enough over the winter, and some mice got into it, so we had several holes in it, which thankfully, again, those same ladies that own the bouncy house rental place came and very, very graciously patched this up for us as well. So it's all good to go. We haven't had any issues with this one yet, so just the bounce pad keeps giving us some issues. But yeah, so it's usually the first thing I do when I get here, gets the bounce houses plugged in. You can tell on this one, you can see maybe in there that he's still holding a little bit of water. So I like to get that up and get it kind of dried out to start with. Actually might call Ben and tell him to grab some towels while he's in town. So after I get the bounce houses up, I usually just do a loop around the activities, make sure that everything's set up. It should be. Most of the time I go around in the evening and make sure that everything's put back where it's supposed to be, just to make the mornings a little easier on me. But just check in. So this is basketball tic-tac-toe. Very fun game, actually. And I'm just making sure that we still got 5 balls on each side, that they're all there and ready to go. As you can tell by the glisten on these basketballs, it's a very dewy morning here in southern Iowa. This is that ring game. You see in like bars a lot. I don't think we built it right though, because I have yet to see anybody actually catch a ring. Go down here and check on our animals. So my mom and dad live just down the road from the pumpkin patch actually. And they own horses and such. So they decided this year that last year we just had goats in our farm zoo, and they housed the goats for us when the patch wasn't open. And this year my mom kind of decided that she's gonna kind of take it upon herself to create a farm zoo. So she's kind of turned herself into the funny farm. And now we have, at the farm zoo, we have Annie, who is my sister's retired barrel horse. She's a broodmare now. She gets have babies every year, a baby every year, I guess I should say. It's just cool to see, you know, like a big, like true horse out here, especially for kids, you know, that may not be around them so much. And then we have what we lovingly call the S'mores family. We have Hershey, and we have graham cracker marshmallow, as you can tell. So they make up a s'more all together. Very good goats. Very, very friendly, very playful. Yeah, works out really well. And in here, what do we have in here? We have Tipsy and Frosty, our baby lambs. These are bottle lambs that my mom adopted. And they're just cute little guys. They just hang out in here. And then last but certainly not least, we have Miss Sally, who is my niece's pony. Oh, she's gonna roll. Oh, does that feel good, Miss Sally? Oh, yeah. Yeah, so we have Miss Sally as well. She's fine, she just coughs. Yeah, she's old. So, all the kids can come out and see the farm zoo. Our corn pit, which just gets absolutely mauled every day. Kids are in this thing all day long. Oh, somebody lost a sock. Kids are literally in this thing all day long. Just coming up with all sorts of ways to play. It's very cool to see, very interesting to watch for sure. Little Tykes area looks good. We call this Mama's Munchkins patch. If you didn't know, we're called Papo's pumpkin patch. Papo is my grandpa, and I've called him Papo since I can remember. And then so his wife was Mamo, so Papo and Mamo. So I decided to name the little kids area after my Mamo. This is a game that Ben built. Every morning I just check and make sure that there's a golf ball in each side, because those have seemed to wander off as of late. See, this guy escaped. So he's gonna go back in there for now. There we go. Got the bowling ball, Battleship looks fine. Slide Mountain looks good. I have yet to see anybody play spike ball. I don't really know how it works, so that probably doesn't help. Soccer pool looks all right. I'm not convinced that we have all the balls for soccer pool. I don't know where they would have gone. The chalkboard. We leave the chalkboard every weekend, so we don't erase it unless there's like something inappropriate written on it throughout the weekend. And then every Sunday we will take a picture of it, and then we will rinse it down, wipe it off, all that good stuff. At the end of the year, I'll be able to kind of make like a little montage of what the chalkboard was throughout the entire season, which I think will be cool. All right, we got footballs, we got basketballs. Oh, trash on the chair. I can throw my dirty sock in there. Trash on the chair. And I don't think this piece of corn needs to be there. Flowers, gorgeous as always. Rachel will come pick a lot of flowers this morning. She usually picks fresh flowers every morning. Those guys look ready to roll. I think Jenga looks fine. It's just a started game. Ball sort. Looks like all the balls are here. I'll come back in a little bit and mix those up. Bubbles. Bubbles always get a little gross by the end of the weekend. but they just like perform a lot better if you let it sit. So I don't like to dump them out every day because it is pretty impressive when you can get giant bubbles. Yeah, I think the bubbles are fine. It's just sticky and sweet, and bugs like sticky and sweet, so there's only so much you can do about that. Uh-oh. I see a duck game with no ducks. Which means they're either stuck around the corner or they're down in the water tank. So we'll have to check that out too. Lovely way to start the day, owning a pumpkin patch. That like, it's like that's where the ring is.
Yeah.
And I can't get it taped because it's on the seam.
Where?
On the
bounce house, the yellow bounce
I think I got it okay for now.
Where one of them's ripping?
No, like
it doesn't.
where that hole is on the pad.
Yeah.
On this one, it's right on that seam of where that rope goes around the edge of it, like so you can move it around. Like that's where it's ripped. So like when they put that patch on there, like it didn't get that part.
They got
No.
they got the big
They got the
hole.
big hole, but it didn't get on the seam, which is fine. But I just tried to tape it up a little more so it doesn't. Hopefully it doesn't.
And that tape doesn't
Did you do
stay on
anything
those
to the
bounce
tube?
houses.
I taped it better.
Cassie told you to.
Taped it better. People that you'll see us helping today, obviously Molly's sister's Rachel, and my brother-in-law Alex, who's married to Rachel. They're here. Kiddos will be running around and things along those lines. So we have Keith who helps out, and then Molly has a gal helping her so she can float around. So Rylan is the one in our store this year. The GoPro
I
show
did a loop already.
of the store.
Oh, not at the store, no.
I'm trying to give you guys a Molly so she can go show you the store. But this is kind of like our pre-picked yard, and then also you'll see food trucks. Lizzie Allen Beverage Company
It scared me.
is our coffee people all season long, so they're there all the time. We rotate in different food trucks throughout the season. People don't have to pay to come out here to have lunch or get a coffee, or if they want to choose one of our pumpkins that we've already pre-harvested. This is the pumpkin yard. The mums are there, but we had a mum sale last weekend, and in between last weekend and this weekend, our mums are pretty well picked over. We'll get some more coming in for the next weekend.
So one of my favorite parts of the pumpkin patch is the farm store. We have a bunch of cool stuff in here. Most of the stuff that is in the farm store actually comes from local vendors, so it's not a lot of overhead costs for us. They come in, they set up their stuff, they price it how they want, and then we just take a commission percentage of that. So this year, we really expanded on our candy selection. So we actually found this really cool candy rack on, it's called Junk Journey, so it's like a people sell their junk type of thing, and we found them there. Always have to have good smellies in the store, so a good variety of candles, wax melts, all that sort of stuff. Those sell really well in here. We always have a good selection of kind of food products. So this is local honey. Some spices that are somewhat local. They're kind of from over towards like eastern Iowa, but still somewhat local, definitely still within Iowa. And then some like apple butter, barbecue sauce, that sort of stuff. Coffee, beef sticks, cookie mix tea. All of that is local, at least to Iowa. There's just a ton of stuff in here. We've got earrings, we've got stuffies, we've got dog treats, we've got dog bandanas, one of which Lola is currently modeling for everyone.
Come on, little man.
One of our best sellers out of the store is definitely this gourmet popcorn. People love it. One of my favorite parts of the store is the t-shirt wall. So we have a couple local gals that make some screen print shirts. And we have another local gal that makes these flannels, which are absolutely adorable. And probably the prettiest display in the store is, of course, the fresh veg. So this comes from a local produce farm. They sell at the farmer's market every Saturday. They have like a CSA program, and they also sell their stuff in our store when we're open. So yeah, kind of just a quick brief overview of Papo's farm store. We are open the same hours that the pumpkin patch is open. We also sell out here. Beautiful mums. These are grown just west of here in Seymour, Iowa, and they are absolutely gorgeous. We grew our own mums last year, but it's just a ton of work, and the labor that goes into it doesn't really sort of pay off in the end. So we're trying to kind of test out if maybe wholesaling them is a little bit better this year. So that's kind of our experiment for this year, to see if we want to grow mums again next year or if we're just good with wholesaling for the foreseeable future.
Usually in the mornings, or usually Alex and I won't see anybody back here until noon-ish. To kind of pick pumpkins, because they'll play and then they kind of pick pumpkins, or near one of the last things to do. So we get radioed to pick pumpkins. And what do we need? Acorn squashes?
Acorn squash today.
Acorn squashes.
I don't know if I've seen any.
I've seen them, but I just don't remember where I've seen them. So we have like 22 different varieties of pumpkins out here, and we mix them all together, and when we plant them, so that it's not as fun for us when we have to just go find them, but actually by the end of the season, like Alex and I will have like mentally cataloged where things are. But we haven't gotten that done yet, especially because like the plants are still healthy-ish, so you can't just see them by when the actual, hey, here's some. There's one.
That's the vine of it.
Yeah, but it's off the vine. There's one. Yeah, that's what we have. So we'll memorize where things are, and then when people go looking, but for the most part, people just really enjoy hunting out here to find what they want to find. I went right through this area, and then it's like, of course, I find the acorn squashes like
On the edge?
right on the edge.
Oh, I guess.
Oh, careful, careful, careful.
What?
Oh, those are the white ones that you found?
No.
No, I want to leave those on the vine.
Yeah. So it's like this, but it's not. It's a little bit bigger. It's not much bigger either. You'll have to look at that picture.
What are those? Are like the sunrise ones, or
Got more fish back here?
they're like, I'm kind of in this area and I'm finding stuff, so we can keep looking.
That's pretty cool.
There you go.
Well, right on the saddle? Oh my goodness. Okay, Kim's been looking for a caramel apple. We have 2 of them waiting for her.
Oh, the drink?
Hey guys, I'm Molly. Welcome to Papo's Pumpkin Patch. Let's check out everything that we've got for this 2024 fall season. As you come into the patch, driving up our driveway to our parking lot, to the right you will see our freshly planted apple trees coming at you in 2029. At the top of the hill there is our farm store full of local vendor goods, fall decor, old-fashioned candy, all sorts of cool things. To the left there is our food court where we rotate out different food trucks each weekend. You can see we've got some pre-picked pumpkins and of course some gorgeous mums ready for you. If you're ready to go back into the patch, you're going to come over to the ticket booth. That's where you'll be able to purchase admission. It's also where you pay for your pumpkins on the way back out. As you come into the patch, you go to the right, you will see our Pick Your Own Zinnia patch. We did have a special weekend earlier in the season, especially for our zinnias, but they are still going strong in the fall, and you are still able to pick them while we're open for our fall season. Back here is our activities yard. We have over 20 different activities and games available for people of all ages to enjoy. So there's something for everyone to do out here at Papo's Pumpkin Patch. We do like to boast that we have 2 bounce houses, not just 1, but 2. As you come back this way in the patch, you will see the entrance to Papo's Farm Zoo. We do have some farm animals back there. I think the only one you can see right now is Annie, our retired barrel horse. But you are able to come and pet and feed the animals at the farm zoo. And then tucked back over here in the corner is our Papo shooting range where you can slingshot some corn kernels at some set up targets for you. And of course, everybody's favorite, the covered corn pit. Shade for kiddos and parents, and of course, a fun time for everybody. We do have lots of photo opportunities at Papo's Pumpkin Patch as well, so there are plenty of places for you to grab and capture those memories. Come in this direction, you're going to see the entrance to our actual pumpkin patch. So you're going to come down this little alleyway of corn into our pick your own pumpkin patch. We have over 3 acres worth of pumpkins planted, and there are plenty of pumpkins out there for you to choose from. All sorts of varieties. I believe over 23 different varieties of pumpkins in the patch this year. So very cool, very wide selection to be able to choose from. Our pumpkins are paid for by the pound. So our orange jack-o'-lanterns are 50 cents per pound, and our specialty pumpkins are $1 per pound. So you can pick as many as you like, and like we said earlier, scale them up at the ticket booth on your way out. These guys look like they're having some fun out in the pumpkin patch. We do have some staff members back in the pumpkin patch out there to help you cut your pumpkins off the vine. And this is also back in the pumpkin patches where we will be boarding our hay rack ride once that gets going for the season. And of course, no pumpkin patch is complete without a corn maze. So here is that overview shot of our 2024 corn maze. So we do actually have 2 corn mazes. One corn maze is at the top of that pumpkin there, and that's more kid-friendly. And then we have our big corn maze out in the back. And inside that big corn maze, we do have a mailbox race where you try to find 5 different mailboxes within the fastest time. We also haunt our corn maze every season. This year we will be haunting our corn maze October 25th and 26th, as well as November 1st and 2nd. So make sure you get out here and enjoy the haunted corn maze at Papo's Pumpkin Patch as well. For this 2024 season, Papo's Pumpkin Patch is open Fridays from 2 to 6 and Saturdays and Sundays from 10 to 6 through the end of October. Make sure you get on out here and see us soon. Happy fall, y'all.
So we've made it to the parade float line. We're fully assembled. Kids are playing. Parade will start soon. Little maze holding it down. You guys got the Molly tour of the drone of what we have going on for the deal. When we were gone at the parade yesterday, things got kind of wild here at the patch. So first thing that happened yesterday, we won. What did we win?
First place in businesses and industries at the parade.
For the float, to clarify, for the float, to clarify on that. And the other thing that happened that got a little bit wild is we have our new heavy haul record that's probably going to stand for, I don't know, a couple of days at least. No, a family came in and bought 1,000 pounds worth of pumpkins when we were at the parade. So that's 1,005 pounds worth of pumpkins, which is pretty darn cool. So we're having a mildly busy Sunday. It's a beautiful day out here, but Redneck Rally is going on actually at the fairgrounds, so it's kind of a 2-event type of deal. We're gonna keep picking pumpkins. Molly will tell you about what's going on next weekend, which is probably right kind of before this video releases this weekend coming up. Tell you about what we got going on for Papo's Fest.
So one thing that we have decided to try to do this year is to do some little marketing events where each weekend we come up with like a new fun thing that we can do and invite everybody out to do it. And it is just part of your experience here at Papo's. Sometimes it might cost a little extra, but still something that's very affordable, very fun for everybody to do. So this weekend we are doing, we're calling it Papo's Pumpkin Fest. And it is, admission gets you all of the regular things that we do. We are debuting our hay rack ride for the first time this year. And then we will also be picking what we call snowball pumpkins, which are little white pumpkins about the size of a softball. And we'll have a craft station set up for those, so you can paint or craft on your pumpkins. And it'll be $5 for a little snowball pumpkin, and all the craft supplies that you need for your pumpkin is included. So I'm really, really excited for that. We're also going to have face painting out here on Sunday all day long, so that'll be nice and fun. Bring your kids out and get some face paint out at the pumpkin patch. And then we are also offering this weekend fall mini sessions for photos. That'll be watermarked with our logo, but yeah, pretty good deal if you ask me. So, and then some other special events that we're gonna try to do throughout the fall. Absolutely my favorite thing that we get to do at the end of the season is the haunted maze. So this year our haunted corn maze will be on October 25th and 26th, and then November 1st and November 2nd from 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. We do partner with a Centerville High School class on that, so it is a fundraiser as well, so it's money well spent. It's $10 a person to come out here and get scared in our haunted corn maze, so make sure you come out and see us for that. And as always, make sure you just come out and see us at Papo's Pumpkin Patch. We are open Fridays 2 to 6, Saturdays and Sundays 10 to 6, located just north of Centerville, Iowa, off of Highway 5. And we are open through the end of October. Hope to see you there.
Thank you.
Good seeing you too. See Nani on the picture? Get a video of
Still working at Goodwill? Yeah, that's where I see her. I see her at
Where are
Goodwill.
you taking videos? You get into Gaga? Get Keith. Go get Papo.
I got a real long bar, and then there's a pool table in the very back.
Was it? Here they
Right on
are.
her head.
You forgot where you put them?
She was. Oh,
Thankfully.
you see yourself.
For us, so we don't
Missed one?
Thank you.
You're more than welcome. Did you have fun?
Yeah.
Good. Well, that's a pretty picture. And,
Papa.
why, that
3. And then the 4th one I quit, and but it hasn't